Well, it is time for the grand final of the D1NZ New Zealand Drifting Championship, and this is how the title fight came to be for the 2026 season, with the opening round kicking off in the Deep South, a double-header event at Tauranga Park Raceway with a big crowd in attendance to see Tauranga's Dave Steedman and Connor Halligan from Taupo battle it out for the top spot.
Bit of a tap there by Connor, and he's straightened up. Dave Steedman wins round one of D1NZ here at Tauranga.
And this track is insane. Into that second lap, there's just no tyre left, but hey, we're having so much fun.
Day two saw the teams tackle the reverse layout at Tauranga. Connor Halligan in the wars, pushing hard into the top four again with Dave Steedman, but it was the series newcomer, Braden Mayer, putting Mokoroa on the map and taking his first ever round victory.
And for the very first time, he stands on the top set with his first pro round win. You know him, you love him, it's the Nightmare, Braden Mayer! Mate, you put on a great show. Congratulations on your first top step.
Thank you, and I'd just like to thank Mum and Dad at the Authentic Honeyco, Moon Civil and Drainage, Peterson Shutter Trimming, Fastlane Spares, Dre Sprays, Jeffs for the fiberglassing, and JT Performance.
Nice work. We'll see you at Pookie.
You will.
After round two, it was Dave Steedman leading the series points ladder as the series made its historic return to the notorious Pukekohe Park Raceway one final time at the spiritual home of New Zealand drifting, sideways at over 200 kilometres an hour. The man to beat on a wet track in qualifying was Connor Halligan on the hunt for Dave Steedman.
Another pole position.
Oh man, I'm stoked on that. It's been an emotional roller coaster the last couple of days. We had nothing but troubles with the car, some major gearbox problems. I pumped my tyres up and just tried to make the car easier to drive, to be honest. That was sort of my approach to the wet.
Well, congratulations, Connor. You take out the #1 qualifying spot and you get the G-Shock watch to prove it.
Day two served up some crazy battles on a dry track. 2024 Drift Masters champion Lauri Heinonen coming all the way from Finland as a wildcard entry into round three.
Bit of contact there.
Connor Halligan may have been on pole, but his car yet again in the wars during the tandems. Defending champion Luke Fink leaving his mark. Series leader Dave Steedman setting his tyres on fire.
1 and 2 in the current season standings.
Dave Steedman in the lead, Connor Halligan in the chase. He's right there with Dave as they come up to the Link ECU initiation zone, and big run by Dave there.
Connor's gone.
I can't see him. I can't see him.
Connor's gone on the grass, 4 off.
What the hell happened in this smoke?
No, I just got that entry a little bit wrong, and obviously a little bit of timing matters on that entry. So yeah, I was in the smoke, just held it flat, and then didn't know where I was, so made a guess, but yeah, it was too early and ended up on the grass.
Thanks, Connor, for putting down a pretty epic lead. You know, that's what makes it possible, and yeah, Pookie is sick when you get it.
Dave Steedman knocking out the top qualifier before eventually taking on Lauri Heinonen in the final on day three, a wet track, serving up the drama.
Conditions a little bit unpredictable. We are into the final. And Dave as well. And Lauri hits him. Lauri makes contact, and you can hear the rev limiters engaged there, and that has got very ugly for a final, and the conditions are just treacherous.
And we have to have a winner. Who's it going to be? Lauri Heinonen.
The entry is so hard. It is just so tough. Yeah, you have a pretty nasty track.
Dave, this will be big points for the championship. You love Pukekohe. It's a podium for the final time at Pukekohe. Is it an emotional moment for you?
Oh, very much so. I've got my family here supporting. That means so much. Thank you, guys. Takes my breath away. But I just battled Lauri Heinonen in the finals of D1NZ. How cool is that? You know, that D1NZ to pull that off. You know, and all of these international drivers. Hey, I might get to do it again in the GP later. We'll see.
Round four of the 2026 season made its way to the mighty East Coast at H. Blackbee Drift Park, Tairāwhiti Gisborne, hosting D1NZ for the first time ever, another bumper crowd in force to soak up their first taste of pro drifting. The title fight was on right from qualifying with an insane run from Connor Halligan smashing the qualifying scores with a 99.1.
99.1. Put your hands together for Connor Halligan.
With Halligan to the top, it was Dave Steedman out to answer back in the Hydrolink Mimico S14, pushing his RB32 and setting the car on fire.
Taps, flames, there's a time fire. And as he goes across the finish line.
G-Shock, pole position, once again, as they might say, top qualifier, second in a row. Does that score a little bit mind-boggling for you?
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty happy with the lap. I sort of just thought, let's just put it all on the line and see what we can do. I ran out of tyres on the last corner, so I decided to sort of like pedal it through. But stoked.
The Gisborne Sun was out to see some of the best battles of the season so far. Dave Steedman battling his way into the top 8 with Scotty Dinsdale. Gearbox failure, putting his title shot on the line.
Earlier runs to Scotty D right there in his pocket, transitions nicely in behind him. No changes in proximity there. Oh, no, it's shut down. Dave's car, I'm sure, shut down in front of Scotty. What's just happened there? Have we seen a monumental moment in the championship?
Yeah, absolutely gutted, to be fair. Initiated sweet as third gear, as I have been, switched back into OZ4 and dropped down to second, and just nothing there. Bag of neutrals, second and third are gone. Sorry, Scotty, he biffed into me. He had nowhere to go, and there's just too much damage for us to do anything about it. Absolutely gutted to go out that way.
With Dave Steedman out of the picture, it was time to make hay in the sun for Connor Halligan. The Hog Haulage S14 attacking the Ford Mustang RTR of 4-time champion Fangadan, taking the win in the top 4.
It's a phenomenal run here in the top 4 from both drivers. Fangadan buries the quarter in the wall, and here comes Connor Halligan. Clean call it is to the final. Connor Halligan!
I tell you what, it's getting harder.
Yeah, I know, we're having to push pretty hard. We're picking up a heap of rubber in the scrub box, and I think it's sort of mucking with the front grip, but hey, we're just running it. It's so fun out there, we're having to push 100%, so loving it.
Got a final to win.
Yeah, let's get it done.
On the other side of the tree, it was the man who set the pace early in qualifying, Daniel Edwards, on debut for the first time ever in the Pro Championship, taking a win over Scotty D in the 2JZ powered BMW E92.
Driver and Daniel Edwards now will extend out. He's taken the end plate off the wing, and here comes Scotty D, surging up, putting the pressure on. 2 young hard chargers cross the line. Daniel Edwards to the final.
This is a bit of a fairy tale for you, Dan. Your first time into Pro, just thought you'd feel it out ahead of next season, but you're really making your mark.
I'm trying to get through these battles one by one, but I'm having a little bit of clutch issues, but I don't think it's going to make a difference.
As it turned out, the clutch was too far gone for Dan in the Shock Pro 180 SX, pulling out of the final battle and handing victory to Connor Halligan.
Hand out the window. Daniel Edwards shuts down. The hand came straight out the window from Edwards. Daniel is absolutely gutted.
Yeah. Your winner for round 4, and he will move into the championship lead, is Connor Halligan. Gutted for him. I know I heard you say that. I mean, his clutch is gone. He's got no spares, and he's done the sportsmanlike thing. That says a lot about the kid.
Yeah, 100%. That's obviously not how you want to win the event. So gutted for Dan, but yeah, stoked to get the win, I guess. Good points, win the championship lead. That's awesome. It's been a bit of a whirlwind of a day, to be honest.
So after the penultimate round, it is Connor Halligan topping the points table ahead of his rival Dave Steedman. Ben Jenkins, Dan Woolhouse and Braden Mayer now round out the top 5 as we head into the final event of the year at Mercury Baypark Stadium. It is the grand final. Who will reign as king and take out the 2026 D1NZ Drifting Championship Series?